live. Let's go. Hello? Hello, hello. Oh, man, what the heck has YouTube done? Hold on. Oh, God. Okay, I think I'm going to have to do this in a different way now because YouTube is stupid. Alright, there. Now we can see ourselves, and we can still see the chat. I hate YouTube right now. Hey, guys. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Sorry we're a little late. YouTube completely changed the way live streams work on this for some reason, and I absolutely hate what they did with it. YouTube, what the hell? But happy Halloween, everybody!
Happy Halloween!
Yeah, we're really looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm really looking forward to do things. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're in the theme of the holiday.
Holidays.
She's wearing it better than me.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, the Mythology Guy has a stripper name. He's also known as Pumpkin Spice. Let's welcome Pumpkin Spice to the house! So yeah, feel free to use his stripper name from now on, everyone.
Oh my god. I saw somebody earlier said, excited to see two of the nicest people.
Aww.
It's like, you don't know us. How do you
That's
know
true.
We're nice?
That's true, you know.
Like,
we're
we're horrible, especially to each other.
Oh yeah, especially on Halloween.
Yeah.
This is our season.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, we got a donation
Yay!
from Nicholas Oswald. Thank you, Nicholas Oswald. Oswald is a penguin name. I like that.
Pumpkin Spice, woo! Yuki said.
Oh, Yuki's here. Nice.
Hey, Pumpkin Spice.
No, I have not seen Antlers yet, but we want to.
Yeah.
That just came out today. You think we saw it already? Well, I guess we could have. But yeah, I want to go see that. I want to do a Halloween double feature if I can.
Ooh, Big Hands Mike says, most evil thing you've done.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We're getting personal.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Ooh.
Yes, Marv, I remember you. What is the most evil thing I've done?
That's the most evil thing you've done. You are the more spiteful one.
You know, I mean, it's more like just, if you want to hear an April Fool's Day evil thing I did once.
Do I know this?
What I did was I hid all of the toilet paper and paper towels and napkins in the whole house except for one roll, which I filled with super glue so you couldn't get any of the parts
Oh my
off.
God.
And I just left that down there and I just waited. At one point, my dad was down there, and I just heard him yell, "Andrew! What the hell did you do?" Thank you again, Nicholas Oswald.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Very nice of you. And I just heard him yell, and I was like, "Hey, you know, wherever you go." And you know how I responded to hearing him yell? I left the house. I left him in a house with no toilet paper of any kind. I later went and I found that the toilet paper roll had been torn to pieces.
Oh my God, so your dad tried to use
He must have found some way.
That's funny.
You hate Smite? I don't hate Smite. I didn't really get into the MOBA gameplay, but I'm thinking of playing it again for this channel. It's a computer game. Yeah. All right, now, in order to fulfill our promise to our wonderful people over on the Patreon page...
Oh, thank you, Will!
Thank you very much, Will Jordan. That's a very nice donation, and that's a very nice little GIF.
It's a corgi, I think.
It's a corgi!
I think.
Yep. All right, so in order to fulfill our promise to our fantastic Patreon people, we did say we would prioritize their questions. Did I bring my phone
Oh,
here?
Nicholas cannot be stopped with them $5 bills, yo!
Nicholas Oswald cannot be stopped. You know, Nicholas, I think you can be stopped, but you're welcome to prove me right. Nicholas Oswald being incredibly generous over here. Thank you so much. I'm just going to load up our Patreon questions from the incredibly kind and supportive people we have over there.
Oh,
shit!
Someone's laying down the law!
Thomas Briscoe Jr. over here like I will be seen. Thank you so much for that donation. Quick question. Is Diana the goddess that supposedly fell from Jupiter in the book of Up acts the same Diana as Wonder Woman? I believe it's the same pantheon. I'm not entirely...
Wow, Gilda Ramos, thank you for the 5.
Oh, wow, we got Gilda Ramos over here. Nice. Okay. So you said, is the Diana goddess that fell from Jupiter in the Book of Up? I'm not sure what that means, the Book of Up. Acts the same as Wonder Woman. I believe it's the same pantheon. Here's the thing. Wonder Woman is not in Greek mythology. That's a fictional thing in the DC universe. The Diana from Jupiter in mythology, that's... The thing is, Jupiter is Zeus's Roman name. Diana is Artemis's Roman name. So Diana is just Artemis in Roman mythology. That's not the same thing as Wonder Woman. It's a completely different thing. So, yeah. Nicholas Oswald says, how am I not out of money? I don't know, Nick.
I don't know. Maybe you should just keep going and testing it out. Until it just stops. I'm kidding.
Now,
I'm kidding.
Wilda.
I'm joking.
But yeah, thank you so much for that, huge donation, man. But yeah, I don't think Wonder Woman, her name is Diana in mythology, but I don't think that was supposed to be the same as a Diana in mythology, because that's just Artemis's Roman name. And yeah, she came from Jupiter because Artemis is the daughter of Zeus, just like Wonder Woman is the daughter of Zeus, so I can see where you're coming from there. Oswald is still coming in.
Coming in hot.
Oh man, saying favorite Norse god? I get this question a lot. It's Loki. I love Loki. I respect a man who will let a goat yank his testicles just to make a woman laugh.
There you go. Are you that type of man?
I am that type of man. Maybe not. Your favorite Norse god?
Favorite Norse god? I think I gotta go with Daddy Thor.
Oh, Daddy Thor.
Daddy Thor,
I'm sure
from
Thor
Marvel,
appreciates. Oh no, the FBI is honing in on Nicholas Oswald. Toga Himiko wants a shout out to him and his gay friends.
Hello.
Or her gay friends. This person wants a shout out to them and their gay friends. Well,
shout out to Toga.
I shout out to you, Toga, and I shout out to your gay friends. Was that a loud enough shout out for you? Diana is Athena. No, Diana is Artemis. Athena's Roman name is Minerva. Ryan Crane says he pooped his pants. Just go to the teacher and hopefully they can get you some new pants.
You are the teacher.
All right. So we are starting with our wonderful Patreon people. The first one we are going to read is from Robert Ray, one of our heroes over on the Patreon page. Thank you so much, Robert. Robert says, good evening. Thrilled you have a Patreon. Oh, well, I'm glad it made you happy, Robert. I know Patreon messages can be iffy, but let's try this out. All right, Robert's experimenting, He's experimenting very nice. Question. Have you seen the film or trailer for the film... you put the word film in there twice, Robert. For the film Lamb. Oh, I've heard of... I've heard the name. I don't really know what it's about, though. It's a horror film. I know that. Mm-hmm. And then he says, it's a horror film that came out last week from A24 about Icelandic sheep farmers that a hybrid human sheep baby is born. Okay, now I gotta check that out.
What?
I wondered, is this creature based on myth or folklore? That's a legit question, yeah. I don't know of any Norse myth with this kind of creature. Is it somewhere in Icelandic folklore? Have you heard of any creature that is part human and part lamb? No, I personally haven't. I think Icelandic is included in Norse, and I'm just going to answer these super chats because super chats fade away. Do you prefer Norse or Greek? I grew up with Greek, so I'm always going to be a little biased towards Greek, but I absolutely love Norse.
So apparently the FBI caught...
The FBI is here! I'm sorry, goodbye. Oh, Nicholas, no!
You were a good man.
He was a good man, but now he's a lousy man. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Nicholas. Alright, so yeah, so apparently there's a movie called Lamb where there's a human
I saw
lamb.
The trailer for that.
You did? Yeah?
Yeah, I think, briefly.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea there was a hybrid in the movie. I don't know of a lamb human in mythology, though that sounds like it could be really creepy fun, honestly.
The only lamb I know is the one you sacrifice for, to play a god. Well, in our game.
Oh, yeah, Amalthea. That's in Greek mythology, yeah. The goat who raised Zeus. or the lambs that, people had to smear the blood of on their doors to stop Azrael from taking their firstborn children away. Mm-hmm. Or no, those were cows. Yeah, thinking of Helios's flock. All right, or herd. All right. We got another wonderful donation from Thomas Briscoe Jr. This man's bringing it. Wow. I meant to say acts. I don't know where up came from. Also, thought it was hilarious that Paul the Apostle was confused for Jupiter, aka Zeus. Huh. If it was after he healed a crippled man. Yeah, that actually doesn't surprise me a lot. There's a lot of times where people confuse Christian influence with the pagan roots that were there before. Especially so it's because, because this happened in Rome for a thing, where they believed in Jupiter. That's where Paul was. So when he healed him, and they thought, this man must be one of our gods, and he's like, well, I do have a relation to a god, but not yours,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I honestly think that's funny. He's like, I'm here to spread the word of God. And they're like, Jupiter. He's like, no, not that one.
The different one.
Tenkai says, been rewatching Young Justice, and they mention Cadmus. What is he known for? Well, Cadmus in Young Justice, is a laboratory where they do experiments on people. I think that's it's a big thing in the DC universes. This is the sexiest stream. Oh, well, it's very nice. Nick Oswald is back!
He's a fighter, guys!
He's battling the FBI! I have 15 gunshot wounds between the legs. Oh my god. And I cannot be stopped. Nuclear warheads. Oh my god, is he okay? Have you watched season 2 of the Netflix show Ragnarok? I haven't watched Ragnarok yet. We watched Record of Ragnarok, and we did a discussion of it. But Ragnarok, I do have plans for. Right now I'm planning something for Castlevania, and then I'm thinking of doing Ragnarok and doing Invisible City. I saw somebody ask, what's the best way to learn mythology? If you're just starting and want to start with Greek, check out Dowleri's Greek Myths. I can't recommend that enough. And if you want to see all the other books we recommend, click the Amazon store link in the description of this video and pretty much any other video on the channel. You'll see everything we recommend.
Esteban Nunes. Esteban asked, was Aphrodite polyamorous?
She was, but none of her lovers were okay with it.
Yeah, she was.
She was like, I'm polyamorous. And Hephaestus is like, I didn't agree with that. And she's like, I didn't ask your opinion. So the other word for that is she was cheating. And people say, well, she didn't want the marriage. It's still cheating, though. It's not like two wrongs don't make a right, but whatever. All right, so we also have a message from our Titan on the Patreon page.
Yeah, if you didn't know, on the Patreon page...
Yeah, we've got different tiers.
Yeah, we have different tiers. Each has, a different category.
Of course, very much. Oh, right. So, our message from our fantastic Titan, Mr. Sage LG, is... Smiley face, thumbs up. Well, smiley face, thumbs up to you too, my friend. I can't, sometimes less is more,
Mm-hmm. That was really, that was a really touching message.
That's really just what we need from someone.
Really heartfelt, really felt that smiley face and thumbs up.
Yep, and then we've got one more message from a god.
Whoa!
Yes, from our fantastic major god on the Patreon page, Marissa Espino. Hello, Mythology Guy. I can't wait to get my hands on the card game that you're working on. I'm very happy to hear that. We've been putting a lot of work into that game, and honestly, we can't wait to get it to you guys. I really wish we could just launch it tomorrow and put it all in your hands, but we really want to make sure that, the game has a very high quality. When it comes out, you only launch once, so we really want to launch it right. After all the work I've put in, all the work you've put in, and how hyped you guys are, I really don't want to disappoint you guys. And I love laughing along with all of your skits.
Aww,
that's cute. That's really what I want to do. I always wanted to make people laugh. I have a question for you. Do you think it's safe to drink alcohol while pregnant?
What?
With Dionysus's demigod child? That's a legit good question.
Honestly, I love that question. That's great.
It's you obviously can't drink while pregnant, but if Dionysus's baby is in you, are we good? I have no What?
Yeah. Wait. Could I get if you're pregnant with Dionysus?
This is demigod child. If Dionysus knocks you up, can you drink while you're pregnant?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because, it's a demigod. It's not like a human child who definitely would get affected.
Yeah, but demigods are still mortal, is part of it.
Probably best not to,
here's the thing.
but it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Let's not rock the boat, okay? Because think of it this way. Perseus and Heracles were both Zeus's children. Neither of them had thunder powers. So we don't know for certain that a child of Dionysus would have alcohol powers.
Okay.
And even if he did, we don't know that he has it while he's a fetus or whatever. Nicholas Oswald is back. Before I die, I wish to remind everyone that you matter. Wait, which one of us, though? Nicholas is having a journey in this chat.
Yes, we're witnessing his journey.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm not getting to a lot of you right now, but I have to prioritize our fantastic supporters who have gone above and beyond to support us over here.
On Patreon.
Yeah. And this is a major god. I can't ignore a message from a major god.
Do you want to get smited?
Yeah, I tell you, this is a major issue right here. Yeah, so I would say if you're pregnant with Dionysus's demigod child, don't toss that coin, let's let the child come out and see what it does afterwards. Captain Omni with a $5 donation, thank you so much, says, does Finn McCool have the most badass name in any mythology, or am I alone in this? I love Finn McCool's name. This is a name from ancient times. A man is named Finn McCool.
Is he Scottish?
Yeah, he's Scottish. Okay. That sounds like a 90s, leader of a biker gang. Or no, a 90s, boy, celebrity, singer or something. Hey, girls, it's Finn McCool over
So,
here.
fuckboy.
Like a guy who would do this. So,
you with your flippable hair. So you in another
My hair
life.
goes wherever it wants to go. I can't control it. But yeah, I when I first found out, because his name is spelled Fionn Mac Cum Heil. So when I found out it's pronounced Finn McCool, I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's amazing. All right. So, do you think it's safe to drink while pregnant with Dionysus' demigod child?
Sahil Shah says.
Oh, yeah? Love your vids. Keep posting this awesome content. By the way, who is your favorite Norse god? Please shout out! Okay, well, I shout out to you, Samuel Shah. And as I'm thrilled you love our content. And as I said earlier, favorite Norse god is Loki. I respect what he will do to make people laugh.
Oh, Nicholas is saying bye-bye.
Nicholas is waving bye-bye, little corgi. Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you,
That's
Nicholas.
so nice.
Thanks for sharing your epic journey.
What is your opinion on Blood of Zeus? I did 2 videos discussing that show. You can find them on the channel. I went into full detail on what I thought of the show. I did one spoiler-free and one spoiler-full. Alright, so this could make an interesting skit. Yeah, it could. The whole, can I get pregnant? Well, can I drink? Well, just the woman, contemplating it. And actually, the other guy could be like, maybe you could just not drink while pregnant. No, that's not the solution.
Nah.
Another amazing donation from Thomas Briscoe
Thank
Jr.
you.
Man, dude, you're ascending to a pretty high status over here. Hey, I apologize earlier. Didn't know about the stream. Well, what's to apologize for? You're not doing anything wrong. If I would have known about this, I wouldn't have texted you. I apologize. He got bit by a snake and was confused for a god because he didn't die. Oh, you're talking about Paul. Yeah. I don't know what you're apologizing for, Thomas. You're being awesome right now. Yeah.
No, you're good.
No, yeah, you're
fine.
Golden. This person says, Zoom Boom says, yo, Mythology Guy, your girlfriend, she's single. Is your girlfriend single? That's one of the best questions I've ever seen in my life. Well, obviously, she's not... My girl here, friend, who is obviously not... She is obviously a single individual. Yes, but currently she is sitting next to me, so we are currently a double. Mm-hmm. Duh. Yeah. Guys, this is simple mathematics. Come on. Ooh, and Captain Omni is back. Finn McCool is actually the Irish King Arthur, pretty much. He's also the grandson of Nuada Silverarm, who is the first king of the Irish gods. Look him up. I know this. As I said earlier, I know Finn McCool, and I love his stories. I think it was Finn McCool's son who went to the Land of Youth, which is very interesting because there's a story in Celtic mythology called the Land of Youth, and it's almost the exact same story as a Japanese story called the Tale of Urashima Taro. And it's interesting. It makes me wonder if someone went to both countries and influenced the other. But Japan and Scotland are not close to each other. That's a thing. Japan's on an island, for one thing. I get Japan having a lot of similarities with China because they're right next to each other, but Japan is not close to Scotland, and yet they have a story that's almost exactly the same.
So who ripped off whom?
What the hell happened here? Would you put Atlas into Immortals? Hey, if the game succeeds and we hit our Titan stretch goal, Atlas will be in there, I promise you. We already have his art, and we're just not going to show it to you until we hit that goal.
Bye, Dominic Politano.
Oh, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If the Greek women found out about the existence of child support, how much do you think Zeus will have to pay? Nothing. He's king of the gods. Have you seen Jackson Crawford on YouTube? No, I have not. Sorry about that. All right. So the last thing Marissa Espino says is, this idea could make an interesting skit or maybe just a question for the Q&A. I think we're ahead of you. Whatever you want to do with it, it's just something that has been on my mind as of late. Oh, well, I hope we answered to your satisfaction. Thank you so much for being a major god on our plays. Yeah, we got some cool people over here. And that is it for the Patreon questions.
All right.
The rest of this will be us interacting with you guys right here in the chat.
Yeah, and if ever you guys want your question to be featured in the first segment of our next live, the Patreon is linked down below, and you can pick your tier.
If you want to go above and beyond and really help us manage to, do this for a living, and also help support the game as it's, still in development, we really appreciate any support we can get from you. Of course, a lot of you guys are really supporting us right now, and a lot of people have said, I really wish I could, but I can't afford to, and that's totally fine. You can just play all of our videos on repeat with your ad block turned off. Now do whatever. You guys are the best. Hi, I love your vids. Thoughts on the game Hades? I love that game. I poured a lot of time into that game. As you can see in a past video I posted called I Conquered the Hades game, I was so proud because I was showing off, I got every achievement in the game, and then you could see how many hours it took me to do that. I was like, don't look at that. No, that game's great. A lot of people ask me if that's an actual Greek myth. It's not. The main story isn't. But as you go through the story, you find references to a bunch of things that are actual Greek myths. And that's really awesome to see. Captain Omni is back again! Thank you so much for another $10 donation. If you had to pick one god from any mythology that truly fit the standards of a modern superhero... Okay, hold on. I gotta do this. Hold on. Yeah. As in straight from myth and in modern day, who would it be? Honestly, I think, this is kind of an easy answer, but it's true. I think the answer is Heracles. Heracles became a god after he died, so this counts. But it's because Heracles was probably the biggest influence on superheroes of today. In fact, he's even used as a superhero in both DC and Marvel comics, so it makes sense. Do you have a god in mind who would make a great superhero?
In modern day? Like anyone from the myths?
Yeah, anyone from myths who you think would fit into superhero culture today.
Remember that first... I don't know, for some reason... There's so many, but Peach Boy would be cool.
Momotaro. He's not a god, though.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it.
Okay. Yeah, I also really want to see Sun Wukong.
Sun Wukong! Yes!
That's your answer?
I love Sun Wukong.
Yeah, he's awesome. I love him. I live in Norway. I'm curious what you think about Norway and its history. Well, Norway is where a lot of Norse myth comes from, so I think it's freaking awesome. I went to Norway once. I actually have a souvenir. I'll go grab it real quick. And let me talk to them.
Oh, shit. Hello. Andrew, come back.
Oh, man, I wonder what I missed while I was gone. It must have been a long convo. Yeah, I got this little thing from Norway. Doop, doop.
Move it closer.
Bloop, bloop.
Bloop, bloop.
Yeah, I like to collect souvenirs of the places I've been. So, yeah, got that little thing. What's your favorite god from any mythology? Two favorites are Hades and Sun Wukong. I absolutely love those two. I grew up loving Hades, and once I found out who Sun Wukong was and how he worked, I was like, oh, I love that guy. Yeah. Do you have a favorite god?
Favorite god? I mean, we both know I like the Egyptian Hades. Anubis.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Someone said, how the hell was Kratos able to kill the Sisters of Fate? I did a video about that myself. You can check it out. It's called Question About God of War. I saw someone else asked, is Zeus packing? He's got the Master Bolt. He's packing. All right, another message from Thomas Briscoe Jr. Did you watch Record of Ragnarok? Okay, as we said just a little bit ago, yes we did, and we did a discussion video of it on the channel. Mm-hmm. Also, did you think those two stories I told would make funny skits? I apologize if I come across pushy. I'm sorry, you're not being pushy, man. You're being too hard on yourself. Don't worry about it. I do think that those could make funny skits. A lot of people have asked me to do some Wonder Woman videos, and I technically could, because her story is based in Greek mythology. So I could. And yeah, I think it could be funny, the whole Paul getting mistaken for Jupiter when he's actually trying to promote another god. I think that's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. A few people are asking about your most disliked god, Alex, and I think someone else mentioned it a while ago.
Oh, my most disliked god? Xenu from Scientology. Okay, it's hard for me to pick a most disliked god because I really just love mythology in general, so it's really hard for me to say, oh, here's one I don't like. But people have said, what's your most disliked major Greek god? It's probably Hera. Hera doesn't really have a lot of cool story to her, and on top of that, she's horrible to people. I know that it's because she's dealing with shit too, but it doesn't mean you go around torturing innocent people. And another one is Onput from Egyptian mythology, because it's just if Anubis was a girl. That's it. I see that as kind of pointless. Okay, and then we have another message from Captain Omni. The Monkey Priest, the son of Sun Wukong, is in DC Comics. I didn't know that. I gotta go pick that up. With all his powers, and yes, they are going to use him to answer who would win between Superman and Goku. Who does win that? Superman wins that. I would love for Goku to win, but just go watch the Death Battle videos. They describe really well why Superman would win that.
Alan Pine said, would dating Athena get me killed by Zeus?
By Zeus? It would definitely make Zeus want to kill you, but Athena would have a way to stop that from happening, knowing her. Not only is she way smarter than her dad, but she's also kind of daddy's little girl. Oh. You know? Uh-huh. Yo, opinions on the Kane Chronicles and Magnus Chase. I love them. I've read all of that. I think Magnus Chase, the first book, I absolutely loved the first book. And then the other two I thought got less good as they went, but they were still fun. Kane Chronicles was fun all the way through. What do you think of Poseidon? I think he's a very deep character, you know? Mm-hmm. I think when you hang out with him, you're in for a splash. But, more and more of him can, drip into your life. And I'm really reaching with some of these. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I always thought there was something fishy about the guy. Thomas Briscoe Jr. is back with $5 more. Thank you so much, man. My favorite mythical creature is from biblical mythology, the Leviathan. Ah, yes, the fire-breathing water dragon. Yeah, not a bad choice. Who is the strongest god in all mythologies? Probably the Christian one. He's omnipotent. You can't really beat that. Favorite angel? Probably Azrael, angel of death.
Really?
It's just cool. You know me, I like death deities. I like Hades, I like Anubis, I like Mictlantecuhtli. Why don't you pick the next one?
So what's E-B... Where'd it go?
I think I saw the one you were talking about. Hold on. This one?
Yeah. E-B... Thoughts on Percy Jackson TV show?
Hopeful. Please be good. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah.
Captain Omni is here again with $5 more.
Thank you.
You guys are great. Do you think the Cthulhu mythos is the one true modern mythology one could count as on par? Oh, okay. Do you think Cthulhu is a modern mythology that's on par with ancient mythology? I think it's the closest thing, honestly. It's so well thought out, and
Which
so
one?
Cthulhu.
Oh.
Because it's like
just
I think
as
it's
a
called
creature?
like the Great Old. No, it's not. The thing is, in the Cthulhu mythos, there's Cthulhu and there's other deities too. and there's stories around them, and each one has a role and stuff. Now, I don't think anyone actually believes that's real. What am I saying? Of course somebody does. But it's just so cool. I don't mind counting it as a mythology among the others.
Some people work with Cthulhu.
Coley Martinez, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Oh, message retracted. Oh. Well, that
if
makes
you
me
did that
sad.
on accident, feel free to send your message a few times in the chat.
We'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
Some people are saying, can you review the next Percy Jackson movie? I said I would if the channel hit 150,000. Unfortunately, the channel hit 224. So that's not the number.
Yeah.
No, of course I will. I'm working on it. It's just it takes me a long time to review a movie. I was not expecting us to hit that 150 goal so damn fast. We hit it before I even uploaded the video. We were past it before I even uploaded the video. But things went really well because you guys are really awesome, and thank you so much for that. What do you think of Poseidon? Again, like I said, there's something fishy about the guy. His stories are fun. I like how he's father of a lot of the Cyclopses. I'm just plugging the computer in, guys. I like how he's father... Poseidon adds a lot to mythology. Atlantis, the Atlanteans, the Cyclopses, the Hippocampi. Really cool. Really, really cool. So I'm really glad Poseidon is a thing in myth. And
Jesse Adams is like, why is everything so confusing in Greek mythology?
welcome to mythology in general, man. Every mythology's got something that'll make you go, huh?
What?
Like, you think Greek mythology is confusing? Dude, stay away from Japanese mythology. You'll die if you can't handle Greek. Cthulhu versus Dionysus. Who can drive people more insane? Oh, that's a good question, because Dionysus is also the god of madness.
And Cthulhu.
And Cthulhu has been known to anyone who encounters him loses their mind. Huh. I think Cthulhu, because Cthulhu is more of in his mythology, is more of an all-powerful deity.
Yeah.
Whereas Dionysus is is very much one of several...
Yeah,
gods.
I was about to say, because I think with Dionysus, he won't immediately make you go insane unless he's,
Dionysus will only do it if you piss him off.
Exactly. I feel like Cthulhu, it's just instant. Doesn't matter who you are.
It makes sense for him to be the god of madness because he's the god of getting drunk also. Mm-hmm. So he's the god of all of its side effects,
too. Are you saying he's insane?
I think somebody asked something about Hindu, and I kind of wanted to answer that. In the Hindu mythology god, full form is... generator, organizer, destroyer. I'm sorry, Soham, I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm really sorry. Who would win? Ares from DC Comics or Ares from Greek mythology? The mythology one. Ares from DC Comics is on the level of the superheroes in DC Comics, whereas Ares in mythology is a god and could level a lot of those superheroes. How many Norse gods do you know about? I'm not listing all the Norse gods I know about. How much time will that take up? Dozens, I'll just say that. What's the difference between Kronos and Cronus? Okay, there's debate about this. Several people, kind of myself included, say they're the same god, Titan. But some people say, actually, Kronos and Cronus are supposed to be two different characters. Okay. Whereas Kronos... ruler of the Titans, is his own guy, and then the other Kronos is the primordial god of time. Now, the hole I think is in this theory is because if you think of it that way, every Titan is Titan of something. And if you think of it that way, Kronos isn't Titan of anything. Because he's supposed to be Titan of time, but if you say that the deity of... no, he's not the Titan of time because the deity of time is a separate deity. It's like, well, what's left for the Titan King Kronos? Here's what I think. I think that at one point the scholars of Greek mythology did come up with that primordial, but later they just reduced him to the Titan ruler. And because of that, we have two different legends about it, and that's what's causing all of this debate. That's my theory, anyway. Because that's happened with other characters. It happened with Eros, the god of love, Cupid. He used to be a primordial, and then he was changed to being Aphrodite's son. Huh. He used to be Nyx's son. Okay. Yeah.
Didn't want him.
Thomas Briscoe is back in the house. I think Mount Olympus moved to Arkansas because I think Mount Olympus is the equivalent of our Arkansas because everyone's related to everybody. Cue the banjo music. That's a joke. A lot of people say, like, Sweet Home Mount Olympus. What do you think of the Disney movie Hercules? Favorite Disney movie. It's nothing like the myth, but it's so much fun. I love it so much. And one day I am going to do some videos about how that works. But, hey, the Mythology Guy, can you tell us a story about my favorite Greek god, Hephaestus? Well, in case you didn't see my What You Might Not Know video, did you know Hephaestus has a happy ending? He ends up leaving Aphrodite because he's sick of her crap, and he gets married to one of the 3 charities. The charities are where we get the word charity from, and there are 3 goddesses in Greek mythology whose entire goal is to make people happy.
Aww,
so he ended up with a wife like that. Aww. Good for him. All right, we've got a new question from Captain Omni with another $5 donation. Captain Omni, you're able to make rent this month, right? You're okay? I hope you're okay. What do you think of the theory that mythological gods were actually aliens? I've seen so much of this. I find it kind of fun, even if it's very unlikely. Yeah, a lot of people think the inspiration for gods, because coming down from the heavens, was that aliens actually came down. Again, I find it funny. A part of me would like if that was true. I personally don't think it is. I think they would have been back by now. It's been 3,000 years since that supposedly happened. Maybe that was what Katy Perry's song was about. Yeah, they just came down to mate with Katy Perry. Who would win in DC Comics? The Presence versus all of the... Okay, I don't know anything about the Presence from DC Comics, I'm sorry. So I can't really answer that. All right, Gary from the Raccoon Federation says, shout out, please. Okay, here's a shout out for you, Gary, from the Raccoon Federation. Congratulations. Okay. Argent Goat says, hello, comrade. Well, hello, comrade Goat. It is good to respect the goat. You never want to...
Ooh, that's a good question. 14 Black Wolves asks, across all mythology, what's your favorite monster?
Oh, yeah, I get asked this a lot, too. It's so hard to pick. There's so many really cool monsters in mythology.
I know.
But one I really loved as a kid was the Chimera, and I still really like it. I'm a sucker for hybrids. I love monsters that are a bunch of monsters mushed together. Like, I really like Baku from Japanese myth. I also like the Nue. I'm just going to say Chimera because I think it was my favorite as a kid, and I'm just going to fall back on that now. Yeah, but my favorite kinds of monsters are hybrid monsters. Hopefully that gives you a better idea. Do you have a favorite monster?
There's too many cool ones. I don't know. I'd have to think, but the Awizot is cool.
Awizot is awesome.
Yeah, it looks like this dog creature, but its tail is like a giant hand.
Yeah.
Or not giant, but it's like a...
I did a Crazy Creatures video about it if you guys want to know more about it. Oh, B. Woog says bye. Bye. What was your last dream? What was my last dream? What the hell was my last dream? I was at a party and some girl was being weird and I left.
Really?
Dreams are weird, man. Favorite god, Hades and Sun Wukong. Who is your least favorite Egyptian god? Anput. It's just if Anubis was a girl. I think that's lazy. I like gods who are interesting in their lore. Anput is like, hey, you know Anubis? Girl now. That's it. I did a video about that. Who do you think would win in a fight? Sun Wukong or Buddha? Well, Buddha wouldn't fight, so Sun Wukong would probably...
He would use the Force.
Yeah, he just uses his meditation. What are your thoughts on Anubis? Favorite Egyptian god? I love him, and he's one of your favorite gods. Yeah. Really love Anubis. He's great. ML Senpai says, Godzilla?
She was saying Gojira.
No, I don't think there's any Gojira here. I think we're safe for now. Fun fact, did you know Godzilla is based on a Japanese yokai called Honengyo?
Goodbye, ass-tastic.
Oh, why did we have to lose ass-tastic? It's amazing. My last dream was about Batman. Cool. The word God indicates G for generator, O for operator, and S for Shiva in Hindu religion. Oh. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Fun fact.
Huh. Thoughts on Nephilim? Are you talking about the half angel, half human things? I think it's an awesome idea. I don't know enough about the lore to really comment on. I know it's used in the Devil May Cry games, and I've heard it's an actual thing in mythology.
What mythology?
Christian. Huh. Possibly, I think. Or no, not half demon, half. I don't know. Okay, I don't know enough about it to really say.
Error Sans, how powerful is Anubis?
How powerful? We don't know. He never fights anybody. He just does his job.
Oh.
That's it. He just does his job. Thomas Briscoe Jr. coming back with $20 more. Are you okay for bills this month, man? Like, I appreciate the hell out of it, but make sure you've still got a bank account when this is over, man. Are you hyped for Moon Knight? Oh, that's an upcoming Marvel show.
Okay.
I actually am. I love Moon Knight's character. I think he's really cool. Because it has to do with Egyptian mythology. Yeah, Moon Knight has a connection to Khonsu, the Egyptian moon god. So actually, I might have to review that show when it comes out. Yeah. Also, I am really impressed with whoever created Moon Knight did their homework. If he is a Jew who is a direct descendant of Moses and Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope that show is good. It would be hard to fuck up a Moon Knight show. He has a lot of potential. What's the weirdest being across all mythologies you know of? Please, I dropped my phone on my face.
Oh, Marv. You
poor guy. Damn it, Marv. Weirdest being ever? Me? That's hard. I can give you some really weird beings. How about Priapus, the Greek god of penises, who literally always has an erection, and a really big one. I think that's up there with weirdest beings.
Okay.
Another weird one could be the Tsitsi Meadle.
That's not weird. That's
I think
scary.
it's weird that she has bloody snakes coming out of her.
But a lot of mythologies kind of have this.
I guess, yeah. Another one is the Shirime, the pale, faceless body that bends over and has an eye.
Yeah, I was thinking of that one.
It's Inus, if you will, instead of its anus. Yeah. So yeah, those are some that I think are pretty up there, like Priapus and the Shirime. I hope Priapus doesn't meet the Shirime and poke out its eye with his Priap. All right. Oh wow! Hey, we got Doogie Doog with $5. Thank you very much. Have you heard of the Navajo deity called Changing Woman? I actually have heard that name, but I haven't researched the character yet. I'm a little surface level on Native American myths. Like, I know some of the myths, like Coyote and some of the other stuff, and I'm learning about a lot of the creatures, like the owl witches.
Owl witches?
Yeah, they have owl witches. And, I did a video called Native American Creatures, where I touch on a lot of the creatures I was learning about it. I was learning all these creatures, I was like, these creatures are fucked up, I'm gonna go make a video about it. If Kratos killed Zeus, could Kratos kill Thor? Maybe. We'll have to wait until the game and see. Like, we'll see on the next God of War game. I'm sure he will. Is there a god of destruction in any mythology? Oh, in several. In Hindu, there's two of them. Shiva and Kali. They're both
that says something about, the people. It's like, they peaceful, but they also gonna,
In Greek, it's a titan. Perseus, the titan of destruction. Yeah. And in Egyptian, Apophis is both the snake of chaos and destruction.
Would Ares be a god of destruction?
No, he's god of war.
So
not specifically destruction. Greeks are kind of specific with what their gods are god of.
Okay.
Did you know Vaporeon is the most breedable Pokemon with the highest compatibility with humans?
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so don't go put your Priapus in the Vaporeon, please. We don't need that. If you could ask any question to anybody in mythology, who would it be and what would you ask? I can ask right now. Okay, I'll go to God and I'll ask him what are the winning lottery numbers next week. Let's be honest. Come on. You don't want me to ask that?
I think they met someone on Earth, if you could talk to anyone.
Didn't they say in any mythology?
Oh.
I don't know. If I had to talk to someone who I believe has existed, I'd probably have Jesus over.
Did you have some wine with Jesus?
I'd sit down with Jesus and be like, so how much of that is true? How much of what? You know. Oh, okay. Well, not all of it. Another question. What do you think of this mythology? Yo mama. Yo mama's so ugly, Ratatoskr doesn't need to carry insults. Nice. I did a joke like that in one of the videos, remember? I said, yo mama's so ugly, Ratatoskr has no words. Oh, God. Mythology Guy, I started reading about Hermes, and I have to say, he is a monster. He can be.
Really? Why? What did Hermes do that was terrible?
I mean, he's not really a monster. He's just kind of savage as fuck.
Right?
Like when he was a baby and he stole
I know that.
Cows. No, I mean like savage as in like,
Oh, okay.
But I don't think Hermes is one of the bad gods, really. Unless you have a specific
He's just kind of a dick
quote.
sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly. He'll fuck with you. In another... Wait, I wanted to read that one. Hold on. In another 1,000 years, would a future archaeologist find a Harry Potter book and think we could use magic and we are descendants of Muggles? Random thought. I don't think so, personally. Because they're going to find a lot of other books, and I don't think they're going to think all of those are... The closest I can think is they might think that was our religion or something back then.
Harry Potter?
I mean, that's the closest mistake I could see someone making. I don't think anyone would find Harry Potter and think, oh, there were wizards back then. That's what I'm saying. I think the closest is they would think we believed there were. But, yeah. I just want to say good luck with the second Percy Jackson movie. I didn't make it 5 minutes.
That's funny.
What's better, DC or Marvel? I like DC better myself. But, Marvel has its strengths, too. Stop ignoring my comments. Okay. Esteban, we read one of your comments earlier. Do you know the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse? Hell yeah, I do. I love the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. When you have time, you should look up the presents from DC. Okay, maybe I will. Biblical God versus all gods from all mythologies. Again, if you're omnipotent, no one can beat you. Because omnipotence means you can literally do anything.
Wait, but what about that biblical God versus the Chinese one? Isn't he God of everything also?
Oh, you mean the Jade Emperor?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, God of the whole universe. All right, if we assume that that the Jade Emperor is omnipotent and some of the other gods are, then I guess the biblical God would lose. Yeah. The thing is, you guys ask me like I literally know everything. There's nothing. Getting ignored is just part of the game. For the record, we're not ignoring any of you. The chat is moving, you guys. I'm doing the best I can. What's the most sus creature from mythology?
Ooh, is there one that's tricky? Very tricky.
There's a lot. There's leprechauns. There's
Ooh, wait, the Kappa.
Kappa, the Japanese creature.
Yeah, is he not tricky?
I mean, a little bit. He tries to shove things up people's butts and stuff. I would call the Awizot actually kind of the trickiest, because the Awizot has that hand which is very suspicious, and the Awizot can imitate the cries of a baby to lure people over to it. And then after it rips someone's eyes, fingernails, and toenails out and teeth, it'll leave the body near the bank so that people will see it and think, oh no, somebody needs help. And then it run over to it, and then the Awizot grabs them too.
That's a morbid tale.
Yeah, the Awizot is an asshole.
It is a true crime dream pet.
Who would win, Zeus or Thor? If Thor has his hammer, he wins. If he doesn't, Zeus wins. That's what I say. TS12, sorry, I meant I underestimated him. I thought all he had was speed. Talking about Hermes. Yeah. You're saying, like, Hermes has a lot of abilities.
Ghost Channel asks, what sources do you use for research?
Again, the books that are in the Amazon store link are the books I have read and I have learned a lot from. I will also sometimes just use the internet, but I'll usually go to at least 2 sites to make sure, like, that information is, what's the word, solid, I guess, because it's like from multiple sources. Okay,
I saw a comment a while ago, which was funny. Chris Animation said, is there a god of food? Because I could use one right now.
There is in Japanese mythology. I just don't remember her name, but I can tell you can probably find her story because Tsukuyomi killed her. So that's the god of
How
food.
could she kill the god of food?
Because here's the thing. So she prepared for him a meal of bread, meat, and fish, and it was delicious. He said, "How did you prepare this meal?" You know how she prepared it? For the bread, she turned herself into a field of wheat and then puked up the bread. And then for the meat, she turned herself into a forest and puked up venison. And for the fish, she turned herself into a ocean and puked up fish. And Tsukuyomi was so disgusted he killed her. He was like, "How dare you insult me by serving me your puke?" So there is no more god of food anymore. What are some fun facts about Melinoe, the daughter of Hades? One of Hades' daughters is married to Thanatos. I don't remember if that's Melinoe or the other one. Not a question, but I made a giant Greek mythology family tree with the primordials, the titans, the Olympians, minor, everything. As you might expect, it is very confusing to look at. I'll bet it is.
You know what, Gaming Master Dude? We have a Discord. You should share that on there. I
honestly,
think
that
people
would be really
like
cool.
seeing what you made.
I would stick around, but I gotta go finish some work. Could you answer one question? How did you learn everything you know about mythology now? Well, I'm sorry you have to go, but yeah, like I said, the books in the Amazon store link are what I've read, but I first started with Dowleri's Greek Myths, which my mom, used to read to me when I was 3, and then I started reading it myself because I absolutely loved the book. So Dowleri's Greek Myths was my first one. Then there was a game called Age of Mythology that turned me on to Egyptian and Norse. Then there was Horrible Histories, The Angry Aztecs, that really got me into Aztec mythology. Mm-hmm. And then, it went on from there. So that's kind of how it went.
So Enma Senpai asks, which urban legend makes you most scared to sleep or walk somewhere alone?
Urban legend. Funny thing is, I don't believe any urban legends.
What would make you scared? Like, what's a tale that if you heard it right
Honestly,
before...
urban legends don't make me scared to be alone. You know what makes me scared to be alone? True crime.
Like the ones I
like that
tell
morbid
you.
podcast you keep fucking putting on. So, urban fact is what makes me scared. Basically. So, yeah. But there are some urban legends I think are really cool, like the Jersey Devil and Bloody Mary and shit like that. Alright. J.C. Cervantes made a book on Mayan mythology, Stormrunner. Have you read it? I haven't read it yet, but I have it in my room. I just haven't read it yet. And I'm excited for it because I love Mesoamerican mythology. Did you know that Hawaiian mythology, Hiaka had a female lover named Hopoe? No, I did not know that. I'm doing a presentation on Eris in my mythology class. There isn't much info on her, but the amount of kids she has rivals Zeus. I actually didn't know that. Eris has a ton of kids? Huh. I need to look into that. What's the darkest scene in any mythology? Personally, I think it's when Amaterasu went into the cave, but I'm scared because it's dark. I think the darkest scene in any mythology was when Erebus and Nyx mated. The god of darkness and the goddess of night. That did happen. They have kids together. You remember? I made a video releasing their sex tape a long time ago. Is there a god of immortality? Yes, there is. What the hell is his name? Fact. I think it's in Chinese myth, and I think there's another one in Hindu myth. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it is. Fun fact: one of the 8 immortals in Chinese myth created a pill of immortality to make other people immortal. Favorite Aztec god or goddess? Mictlantecutli. I love him. He's so cool. Do you have one?
Favorite
Aztec?
You stole mine.
Oh, also Mictlantecutli.
I mean, that one. She's just scary.
Mictlantecutli is a guy.
Oh shit! I thought it was the one we had made. The one with the Ricardo made.
What?
Tlaltecutli.
Oh, Tlaltecutli.
Yeah, that one.
That's not a goddess technically.
Oh,
well, I mean,
bitch.
some people say it is, so we can count that. So I like Mictlantecutli. She likes Tlaltecutli. Are you going to watch Marvel's Eternals? It releases next Friday. I do plan to. Yeah, I watch all the Marvel movies. Who would win, Ares or Thor? I think Thor would win that. And Dylan Jones again asking if we're going to watch Marvel's Eternals. Thank you for the $5 donation.
Thank you.
Twice. Yeah, we are planning on watching it. And if it has any mythology stuff in it, then we'll talk about it on the channel. If not, we won't. That's pretty much what we do.
Esteban asks, was Loki gender fluid in mythology?
Oh, that's the question we kept missing?
I think so.
There's definitely a debate to have there. I personally, and hear me out, I don't think he was, and let me tell you why. Now, Loki does have the ability to change his gender in mythology. It is one of his powers. However, in all the Norse stories I've ever read that are actually in Norse mythology, I've only ever found him doing it once. And it was because he had to, in order to distract a horse, Svardolvari, he had to distract it by turning himself into a female horse to distract it away so that the horse wouldn't help the giant who they were trying to screw over.
Did that inspire the scene in Hercules where the Pegasus turned into a woman and it's like, oh, come here?
It might have,
actually. Right? Because, Hercules was like...
Okay, you've just put some stuff in my head now with Pain and Panic. So Pain and Panic are Loki confirmed. No, yeah, he did it because he had to do it to distract the horse, and then he got impregnated by that horse and gave birth to a baby horse. We never see any other stories anywhere of him changing his gender for any reason. So I think he only did it then because he had to. So that's my theory. You guys can let me know what you think of that. I don't know for a fact. I never met the guy.
Maybe he is now, though. Have you seen his Tinder profile? Wink, wink.
Yeah, go check out if the Norse gods had Tinder, and then you'll find out. Why is everyone commenting E? I don't get that.
E is for the E-god, Hector Ryan said.
Okay, cool.
Who do you think, Black Wolves 14 says, who do you think is the most underrated god?
Ooh, Kiamedes, the Lord of Beans.
Come on!
Come on! The Lord of Beans!
Aside from the Lord of Beans.
Priapus, the god of beans. I don't know. I don't know if I'd call her underrated, but I do like how Hestia is just wholesome and nice to everybody. Okay. I've actually got one. Highly underrated. The Chinese the Chinese general of the dead, Zhong Kui.
Oh!
He actually has a really good story about how he was shunned and dishonored in life and ended up, dying as a result of it. And then in death, the Chinese ruler of the underworld gave him a chance to become an honorable warrior in death, and he rose to the rank of becoming the commander of the underworld's legion. And then he went back to the world of the living as a god and went to the only friend he ever had who had supported him and helped him get a wife as a result. It's a very nice story. So I never see anyone talk about Zhong Kui. So there, underrated god. God of food in Hindu mythology is Ganesh. Oh yeah, that's true. I think of Ganesh mainly for his other two roles, God of justice and remover of obstacles. So yeah, but that's true. He's also a god of food. Somebody said, beans, WTF. Beans are amazing, even though I don't eat them, but I like mighty beans. Is the Iris messaging thing actually a thing in mythology, or is that only in Percy Jackson?
What?
The ability to send people messages through the rainbow by worshipping the rainbow goddess Iris.
Oh, that's a good question.
Iris was also a goddess of messages, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing. Yeah, but messenger god was mainly Hermes' thing, but Iris was also minorly in that category. Okay, I think I've seen an Amir comment that keeps popping up, so I really need to answer this. Amir, is he truly the smartest man alive? Well, Amir in Norse mythology is a giant, and he's not alive.
Maybe you mean...
Oh, you mean Mimir.
Mimir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was about to say Amir isn't even alive, so definitely not. In Norse mythology, Mimir is, I believe, supposed to be the smartest.
Is he smartest or is he just the wisest?
Yeah, I guess wisest. So you could, maybe he's the smartest, but he is the wisest. I mean, you guys should look on the channel and check out some of the wisdom with Mimir. Another question: have you done Maori mythology? Yeah, that's Hawaiian, isn't it? Yeah, I've done some of that. I've done some Maui videos and Pele and Kamapua'a. So a little bit, but not a lot. Damn, chat keeps blasting through. Okay, I'm just gonna read it as it goes. Loki versus Sun Wukong, who would win? Okay, they're both trickster gods, but Sun Wukong has way more powers than Loki. I think he would win.
Oh.
Yeah. Sun Wukong has defeated the entire army of heaven.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know Tagara Cook Island mythology? I wish I did, but I'm sorry I don't. Favorite Norse god? Again, it's Loki. I respect a man who will let a goat pull his genitals to make a woman laugh. My brain isn't big enough to gain wisdom. That's bullshit. You can all gain wisdom. Not with that attitude, it isn't. If I can learn this stuff, you can. I have ADD and I don't pay attention to anything. Favorite Norse god is Loki, you guys. Why does all of your pun videos have a heavy hey in the beginning? I'll tell you why. Because that's how I tell puns to her a lot of the time. I used to always go, hey. Like, hey. And then I'd smile and she'd be like... So, a lot of the inspiration for my videos comes from this one. If Zeus was not the king of the gods, who would it be? Well, if Zeus was not the king of the gods, originally there would be no gods because Kronos ate them all.
True.
But if Zeus stepped down, I think Athena would take over, personally.
He's the smart one.
If Percy and Annabeth had a kid, what would be their name? You'd have to ask them. Okay, if they had a... I personally think if they had a daughter, Percy would name the kid after his mom. He'd name it Sally. I don't know what they'd name it if they had a son.
Sally?
Yeah. I think Percy loves his mom to that level that he would name his daughter after her. Oh, God. Speaking of Sally, we got another Sally that Wilda wants to share with you all. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Sally. Who would win in a fight, Kratos or Thor? By God of War Ragnarok and find out. Oh, Sage. Whoa! I thought that...
Thanks!
Oh my God! Hey, I think that's the same CellJLG from Patreon.
Hey,
that's our Titan.
Hello, Titan.
Oh, he's jumped up now. He's now a double horseman of the apocalypse, basically. And he says, just cuz.
Mwah.
Oh, well, what do you too? Holy shit, Sage.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Whoa!
We answered your question in the beginning, by the way.
His question was smiley face thumbs up.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't have any questions. He just wants to be supportive.
He just wants to support.
Thank you. Someone asked, can I ask you a humorous skeleton question? Or make a humorous Yes, please. I love humorous skeleton jokes. Come on. Tell the humorous skeleton joke. Unless that is the joke. Humorous. All right. Goodbye, Sally. Damn, Sage. Damn.
Thank you, Sage.
Do you think the four horsemen are supposed to be actual beings or metaphorical? I personally think it's metaphorical in their story. Like, I think they just represent stuff. But, damn, Sage just... Because the highest tier on our Patreon is Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Mm-hmm. Sage just went double Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Oh, God. Ooh,
oh, man, a lot going on now. Okay. King Lycanthus? What about him?
A normal artist asks...
could we get some more Brazilian mythology on the channel? I would really love to see your take on the story of Tiche, Brazilian witch goddess of envy, and Anhunga, Lord of the Death, Fire, and...
Take a picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Those are interesting characters I can look into. Yeah, I've looked into Brazilian a little, and I've done 2 Brazilian crazy creatures vids on the channel. I did one on the Boto Encantado, which is also known as the Boto Cor-de-Rosa, because everybody keeps fracking telling me that. And then the other one was on the, what's it called, the guy with the backwards feet. Yeah.
That's scary.
He's a guardian of the forest. Yes, please, more Brazilian mythology. Okay. What's your favorite candy? Oh, I love Reese's. What about you?
I love Reese's and Butterfingers.
Yeah, you do.
I love them.
Just sticking your fingers in butter on them. Who would win, Zeus or Hercules? Oh, Zeus would win that. Like, Zeus is way more powerful than Hercules, I think. Who would you say it would win in Ra versus Apollo? Ra. Ra is way stronger than Apollo. Ra. I have artist block. Got any ideas on what to do? Huh.
Artist block?
Somebody said, yeah, I have
artist block. Make the ultimate hybrid.
I was about to say that! You beat me to my own thought, you little... How did you do that? How did you do that? Yeah, I was about to say, make the ultimate, like, mythological, like, chimera
hybrid.
Ooh,
wait, and I'll make it even better. Make the ultimate hybrid creature from multiple mythologies.
Oh, that's awesome.
That.
Mix multiple mythical characters together.
Yes.
Do that. I will freaking send us that. I'll
yes,
showcase
please.
that on
Put
the
in
channel.
the Discord.
That'd be amazing. Did you know Godzilla once defeated the Norse gods? Any thought on that? I've heard that there are comics where Godzilla fights gods, and I think that's amazing, and I think I need to check those out. Those are my thoughts.
Journey to Ban. Me and my girlfriend are trying to settle an argument. Which is better, Twix or was it?
You're not clicking on the thing properly. Yeah, Twix or Snickers.
Twix.
Snickers has peanuts, so Twix. Twix wins.
Twix.
Sorry if that's not your preferred answer. Are Greek gods and Roman gods the same? Almost entirely. There are a few gods that are only Roman, though. Those include Terminus and Janus. Some people say Bellana is only Roman, but no. She has a Greek version called Enyo.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, almost entirely, but not fully entirely the same. Because there are a few gods that are only Roman.
Bellana, our BDSM Roman queen.
Oh. Hey, who's the Greek god of Mexican chickens? Wait, did I read that right? Mexican chickens? Apollo.
I think Paulo.
Do you mean like? Oh, yeah. I forget it's pronounced differently in Spanish. Apoyo. That's funny. That's good. Who would win, Anubis or that girl Anubis you don't like? Neither of them would win. They're the same character. It's not that I don't like her. I just think that's lazy to just gender bend a character and that's all. Like that's all you do with it. How powerful are the four horsemen of the apocalypse? They are powerful enough to cause the apocalypse.
But they're not gods or anything, right?
They're like something else. They're not exactly gods. They're bringers of the end.
So they're like entities?
Yeah, kinda.
From
like,
where?
They're from the Book of Revelations.
No, I know, but like, where did they come from? Hell?
They came from us. We brought them on ourselves. They maybe came from hell. I don't know the full thing. But yeah, the four horsemen are famine, war, conquest, and death. The four ways that things can... Conquest has another name, pestilence. So he is both... And I think that makes sense because, disease conquers your body. So he is both conquest and pestilence. What gods were based on real people? Oh, several. I don't know them all. There's a farmer god in Greek mythology who I think is based on a real person. And I personally think Jesus was a real person. And, yeah. I'm not entirely sure who else, to be honest with you. Okay. Who is your godly parent if you went to Camp Applin? I did a video on that, actually, where I take the Who is my godly parent quiz. So, you could see it there. I don't want to give away the ending. But who do you think your godly parent would be?
Didn't I take it? It was Poseidon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't think you're a Poseidon kid, though.
Really?
I personally said, I feel like you're the daughter of Helios and Bass.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering all my questions. I wish you the best. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad I was able to get a lot of your questions done. In the Hanuman Chase told the distance of between Earth and the Moon, and it was right. Oh, in an ancient Hindu story, they predicted the distance from Earth to the Moon, and they were apparently right.
Oh, wow.
Okay, there's something going on there. What else do the Hindus not know that they're not telling us?
Kakodum asked if gods have a lifespan.
The Norse gods do. Because they eat the golden apples of Idun, and that's what keeps them from aging. So if they stopped eating those apples, they would die.
Oh.
Yeah, but most other gods don't. Mm-hmm. Sage LG is back with another $50. Dude! Holy crap! Would you do Etruscan mythology? I will for you! Hold on.
That counts as his request.
Yeah, that'll be your Patreon request, because you didn't request anything on Patreon, so we'll count this. Would you do Etruscan mythology? Granted, it's basically the same as Roman, but there are a few differences. Also, if you could be a god or goddess couple in any myth, what would that be? Okay, well, I've always said if I were a god, I'd want to be a god like Dionysus, like a party god. So, I mean, if we had to be a couple, would you be Ariadne to my Dionysus?
What does Ariadne do?
Ariadne was the girl in that video I made who says, "You're handsome."
Oh, yeah, that's me!
I like that.
That is me.
So, you see how well that worked out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Wonderful.
There you go.
So, I guess we're Dionysus and Ariadne. Have you done Maori mythology? I said earlier, yes, I've done a few. I've done some Hawaiian vids, and I believe Maui is a Maori character, if I'm not recalling wrong. Join the punny side, dude. I'm on the punny side. I never left the punny side. I made the punny side. Over here. Who was it who asked you about the skeleton joke? I think that was the joke, the whole humorous thing. What's your favorite God of War game? It's tough. It's between the third and fourth ones, but I do think the fourth one has a way better story, and the character is actually likable in that one. But the third game has better action. I'll just say it's between those two. I wonder if there's a Karen goddess of management. Yeah, Hera. Yeah. Maui is Hawaiian. Is that not also Maui? Okay, maybe I'm mixing up my cultures. I feel a little disgraceful by doing that. Join my pickle cult. Sorry, I don't like pickles. Will you join his pickle cult?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll pickle Rick.
Nyx versus Anubis. Who would win? Nyx. Nyx is way more powerful than Anubis would be. Even though I said we don't know exactly how powerful he is, Nyx is so goddamn powerful. If Anubis is stronger than her, I'll be shocked. Can you think of a Freya pun?
Freya.
Yeah.
It's Freya's thing.
You know why Freya makes a good goddess of war? Because she ain't afraid of anybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Hey! See her reaction? That's why I do what I do. Hey, you're the one wearing matching outfit with me. Do you know much about Iroquois mythology? It's actually really interesting. Not yet, but I'll bet it is interesting. Yeah. If all gods from Norse and Greek met each other, which two would become best friends? Ooh.
If all gods?
If all the Greek and Norse gods
met.
Greek
Greek and Norse specifically.
I feel like Hermes would get along with Loki.
I was about to say, I think Loki would get along with Hermes.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, well, I guess we're going with that. Also, I think Tyr and Athena would get along really well. They're both very honorable, war gods. Was chaos real in Greek myths? Yes, chaos was the first being in Greek myths. If you could pick two weapons, which would you pick? Okay, I assume you mean mythological weapons. Are we including, does this count as a weapon? Does the Horn of Plenty count? I want that. I want all that food. Can I count that, please? I'm counting it. This is this is our channel. If I say it counts, it counts.
Okay.
And then the other weapon. I'll just take Zeus's Master Bolt. So if someone tries to come take my food, I'll just point it at, get the fuck away from my food. But you have endless food. That doesn't mean you can have any.
That would make a funny skit.
Yeah, actually, that would be great. I gotta go. I'll be watching for 5 more minutes. Please answer my question, Spark Studios. What's your opinion on franchises with incredible amounts of lore and mythology like Elder Scrolls or Star Wars? I love it. I love when a franchise can build a lot of lore and make it really interesting, personally. It does make it a bit of a risk to get into a franchise with a ton of lore, because, if you don't get into it, it's you're just gonna be I don't care about all this crap you're talking about. You gotta ease people into it. But I really got into the lore of Star Wars. I really got into the lore of Lord of the Rings. The lore of the Rings. I really got into the lore of Game of Thrones, even though they let me down in that last season. But yeah,
they let us all down.
I think when it works really, really well. Please make a video of Hanuman. There are some shocking facts. I want to. I really like Hanuman. Hanuman is the Hindu monkey
I
king.
remember Hanuman.
Yeah. I love Hanuman. I'm down to make videos about him. Sorry, I meant if a Greek god let you choose any weapons, which would you pick? Well, same answer as before. Like, I want the Horn of Plenty and Zeus's bolts so that no one touches my food. Who's the most powerful god across all mythology? Again, if we're including omnipotence, I'm going to go with the Christian one. If we're not, I'm going to say it's either Chaos, the Jade Emperor, or Shiva. I think those are the three most powerful. I have a crush on Apollo. Well, good luck with that, Blackberry. Oh, your name's already Blackberry? Great, because people who have a crush on Apollo end up becoming plants.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're set ahead.
You're right on track.
A question from Light Yagami. Hey, that's the character from Death Note. Last question to Mythology Guy. What is your reaction to the chat moving this fast? I have seen people with thousands that don't have a chat as fast as this.
Aww.
Have a good day. Aw. Well, thank you very much. My reaction to it is two things. One, crap, I really want to be able to answer everybody's questions, but there's no way I'm going to be able to. And number two, it's amazing to see how much the channel has grown and how many people want to hear from us. And just, like, I remember when the first live streams I ever did, I had to, I sat for a minute, I was like, all right, well, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask. Here I'm just like, oh crap, I never run out of questions to answer. And I love doing it. I really love interacting with you guys. I feel bad when I miss somebody's message though, and then it's 500 messages. I used to do a thing where I wouldn't let the chat get past where I was. I was like, nope, chat has to, and then I was like 100 messages behind. I can't do that anymore. It's not going to work.
Cup Sin says, I somewhat hate when people consider mythology gods with Goku and other anime heroes. Do you find that annoying?
If people actually think that's legit, if people are like, hey, Goku is in mythology. Well, here's the thing, though. Goku is highly based on the Monkey King, and one of the Monkey King's names is Goku. So when you're hearing someone say Goku is in mythology, you may not have the full context of what they mean. They may just be talking about the Monkey King. And yeah, like I said, Goku is highly based on Chinese myths, so maybe that's why you're seeing stuff like that. But if someone was like, hey, Batman is in mythology, I would be like, no, he isn't. Where is that even coming from? Yeah, so it's like, if a character is highly based or rooted in myth, I can get it a little bit, but, here's a good example. A lot of people in comments in my videos, when I talk about, hey, children of Zeus, some people say, hey, you forgot about Kratos. And I'm like, no. Kratos from the god of war games is not actually in Greek mythology. The Kratos he is based on is a child of the river Styx. So, and his father was Pallas, not Zeus. So that's something. So I guess it does annoy me when people act like stuff like that is canon to Greek mythology. And I'm like, guys, it's not. And look, I don't get mad or anything, but when people keep constantly saying it and saying it definitively, I'm like, okay, calm down. And, maybe just know what you're saying before you say it. Yeah. But it's not a huge deal. Hanuman ate the sun, and it was... and his size was 10 times... Yeah, Hanuman thought that at one point he thought the sun was a fruit. So, like a monkey, he took a bite out of it.
That's cute. Ooh, this Dog Haver asks, do you think Sun Wukong could defeat Goku? Because I'm pretty sure Goku was based off Sun Wukong.
Yeah, Goku was based off Sun Wukong. So, the thing is, he's really strayed from that, though. I'm wondering Goku in his Super Saiyan God form, where he went up against Lord Beerus, who is based on Shiva from Hindu mythology. I think at this point, Goku could probably beat Sun Wukong. But it would be a hell of a battle to see. Yeah. I love watching your videos and I enjoy all of your puns. Thank you, Orc Slayer. Look at that, Will. Somebody enjoys all of the puns. All of the puns. They think they're punderful. I love your reaction. I wonder if we can pet Anubis and tell him what a good god he is.
Good boy.
I'll bet Anubis is sick of that shit.
He just glares at you. Don't.
Chaos versus Nyx, who wins? I think Chaos would win that. Chaos created Nyx, you know?
Oh, Nightlight asks, hey, mythology guy, what if Kronos ordered Prometheus to create humans so then they would be smart enough to destroy Olympus, since if he did lose the war, he would have something?
He would have, like, a way to get revenge.
Okay.
He would have a way to get vengeance on them. Hey, I was right. Yeah, that would be cool. You know, one of the things I always wondered is Prometheus joined Zeus's side in the war because Prometheus could look into the future and he knew Zeus would win. So I guess Prometheus didn't predict that he'd get strapped to a rock with his liver getting torn out when he gave the people fire. Actually, that would make a good video.
Yeah, maybe list that down.
All right, yeah. Maybe you could say, yeah, it was the long con. Maybe Prometheus was with it on Kronos. That would make a really cool story for a novel, actually. You know, maybe write that shit down. I think that would make a really cool story where, like, you could say Zeus is ruling with an iron fist and humanity discovers they were created with the purpose of defeating the gods. And cool. Then they find out, yes, we have the tools to defeat him. We just have to find that power inside ourselves.
Ooh, someone asked, who would win, Hades or Anubis?
That's hard. It's hard because we don't have a definitive power scale for Anubis. I'm just gonna go with Hades because we do know Hades is incredibly powerful. Like, but yeah, like I said, Anubis never really fights anyone in Egyptian myth, so I'll just fall back on Hades. And
wait, so Hades has fought something?
Yeah, he fought the Titans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was he good though?
Yeah, he was. Who would win, Zeus or Odin? I feel like Odin could out-tactic Zeus, so I think Odin would win.
Ooh, Frode asks, Hermes versus Sonic, who would win? Honestly, I feel like it would be a really cool channel if, you know, they're like epic rap battles, like
you want to have like a
God off or something.
Myth off.
Yeah, myth off.
That would be cool. I think Hermes would win, partially because Hermes is unkillable. Sonic is not. We know that once Sonic runs out of rings, he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's faster?
I'm still gonna say Hermes.
Okay.
Hermes can run down to the underworld to deliver a message very quickly. I don't think Sonic can do that.
Yeah, makes sense.
What do you think of Australian mythology? I think the creatures are awesome. You should check out my video, Rick and Morty in Australia. I love the names. That's what inspired the Rick and Morty theme, because the names sound like the things that are said in a Rick and Morty video. Morty, watch out for the drop bears and the bunyips. That's the kind of shit they say. Hey, do you have any schmargles? You know, shit like that. I was like, when I was looking at these creatures, I was like, God, this sounds like a Rick and Morty episode. Wait.
He does a great Rick impression.
Yep. That's part of it. Come on, Morty. Don't shame Grandpa. Okay? Don't do it. Is there a god of perseverance? Yes, Vishnu in Hindu mythology. He's the preserver. Yeah. Brahma's the creator, Vishnu is the preserver, and Shiva's the destroyer. That's how that works. Who would win in a fight? Everyone with atomic bombs or the Olympians? The Olympians. Atomic bombs, you can't kill the Olympians, so it doesn't matter. Who would outsmart Odin in a fight? Probably Vafthrudnir, possibly, because Vafthrudnir is a giant who's incredibly smart, to the point that he and Odin literally have, I don't know how this works, they have battles of wisdom in order to practice their wisdom.
Wait, who?
They have like a battle. Who? I think what they mean by that is...
Wait, who are the two battle of wisdom?
Vafthrudnir and Odin. They will. I think it means debates. That's what I think it means. But Odin insists on doing that with Vafthrudnir because Vafthrudnir is the only person who's a match for him. It's possible Mimir might be, but since Mimir never leaves the Well of Erd, he doesn't talk to him either. So I'm gonna say either Mimir or Vafthrudnir could possibly like outsmart Odin. What do Norse gods cry? Norse gods don't cry. They're too manly. Whenever they start to cry, they go, no!
That could make a good skit.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to go. I have classes in another 6 minutes. Well, thanks for being here, Alan.
Thank
you so much. Hey, how do the gods say sorry? I apologize. I did that same pun in one of the videos. Gary. Is Zeus or any other gods afraid of chaos? Not in any stories I've seen. Some of the gods are afraid of Nyx, but none of them fear chaos, I think because chaos is out in space and not really talking to anybody. He's just doing his own thing. Who would win, Pele or Hephaestus? I think Pele would win that fight.
Pele.
Yeah. Pele and Kamapua'a, when they threw down, nearly destroyed all of Hawaii. Yeah.
Saki Mehiro asks, what do you think about Filipino mythology?
I love it. I love it so much. She helped me, get started on it. That's why I have those Filipino vids. I just love the creatures. The Capre is so funny. The Manananggal is so crazy. The Tikbalang is so what the heck. The Tiyanak is... You could make horror movies about each individual one of these characters.
True.
It'd be amazing. What's your video on Puerto Rican myth called? Oh, it's it's where they have to make sacrifices for the. Here, I'll figure it out right now. While I do this, why don't you?
All right, let's see if we have any other questions. One that would cry in Norse. Frode says one that would cry in Norse mythology is Freya.
Oh yeah, that's true. She cries gold, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, technically you're right. Mm-hmm. Is it gold or diamonds or? There was something special about her tears. I remember that there was something really special about them.
Natasia Jones asks, which Rick Riordan book is your favorite?
The Last Olympian.
Oh yeah,
I love that one. I'm sorry, I can't find the Puerto Rican video. There's too many videos it's buried under. Damn. You know what? Actually, wait. I think I know a way to find it. Hold on. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Sorry, I want to answer this person's question.
Yeah.
At Puerto Rico. Yeah, I got it. It's called The Evil Maboya. That's what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, so it's called The Evil Maboya. That's the Puerto Rican video. Who would win, Set or Ares? Oh, that's hard.
Set or Ares?
Probably Set, because Set's also really clever, is a thing. I don't think Ares has that. Yeah, he tricked his brother into getting into a box. He put him in a box.
Put him in another box.
Hades versus Zeus versus Poseidon. I think Zeus would win that fight, personally. That's why he rules Olympus, because he's the strongest. If you could make your own mythology, what would your main gods be the gods of? If I were to make my own mythology, I'd try to make it unique, so I'd probably make a modern mythology, have a god of technology. And,
okay.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing. We don't really have a god of technology anywhere.
That's true. God of tech.
Yeah, god of tech, god of porn.
God of porn?
As one of those weird, funny minor gods.
Okay.
Who's just a weird one, just off to the side. God of the internet, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? God of vehicles, I think, would be a cool one. Literally anything that can be used as a vehicle, including animals and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I guess some of the gods would be similar to ancient ones. I think I'd have a god of home and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd try to come up with some unique ones, basically, is the idea.
What about God of knickknacks? And then he or she attacks you by throwing knickknacks at you randomly.
What do you think about Hindu mythology? One thing I love about Hindu mythology is, you know how much I love Avengers-style team-up shit? The Hindu epic, the Mahabharata, ends with that. It ends with all of the heroes from that story teaming up in a great war, the Kurukshetra War, and it's insane. You
read that battle?
Yeah, it's in the book you gave me. Yeah. It's so cool. It's so cool that Hindu mythology has stuff like that. I also love how it's unique with every mythology has something that makes it unique. One of the things that makes Hindu mythology unique that's instantly recognizable is all the arms. I think that's one of the things. With Greek, I think what you see and you know it's Greek is togas.
Are you saying that Hindu mythology is armed and ready?
I did a pun video about that.
Oh.
Yeah. Why did the Hindu god get arrested? He was too heavily armed. What are the Norse goddesses' favorite swimming company? Tyr. Okay, my friend. Did Zeus have that beard from his childhood? Or did he grow it at some point? I'm going to guess he grew it at some point. Yeah, because there are pictures of baby Zeus with Amalthea. He doesn't have a beard as a baby. That would be cool, though. The Mythology Kid is here. Hi, the Mythology Guy. I'm a huge fan. When is your card game dropping? Hope you're doing amazing. Also, what are you doing on Halloween? Cute. When is the card game dropping? All right, well, here. I've got some test cards right here. There, dropped it. There we go. You're welcome. The card game just dropped. Now, we're currently aiming for March next year. Right? Yeah. We just sent out an email to everyone on the email list updating them about that. Like, and by we, I mean her. Because she handles all that stuff, because, I can't handle anything. Hey, bro, love your content and the production you have made. And what does the rest of that say? Keep going. Thank you so much, King Zhong. Thank you so much.
Mythology could also ask what you're doing on Halloween.
Oh. I don't fully know what we're doing for Halloween. We were going to go try to see maybe antlers and...
Maybe. Or we might hang out with a friend.
Yeah, we might hang out. We have a friend who wants to hang out, so we'll see. Like, it depends on what time we finish some other stuff we have to finish.
Yeah, and if I don't do 2 hours of overtime.
Yeah, you've been getting a lot of overtime lately. So yeah, we don't fully have a plan. I wanted to throw maybe a Halloween party, but that wasn't really doable, so I did a little pre-Halloween gathering. Mm-hmm. We've already done that. Who would win, Hephaestus or Bast? Oh, Bast. Bast battled with Apophis. Which is the worst Percy Jackson movie? Well, there's only two. I'm going to say the second one. So it's going to be a heck of a review. Hey, there's another pun. Hey, you know why Set traps Osiris in a box? Because he's good at setting up. Is there a god of gods? I mean, Christian god, they say that. Like, he's god of gods and Jesus is king of kings, I guess. Thank you so much, Fluorescent, for the $1 donation. Hell yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, we need to try not to spend it all in one place. What other books do you read apart from mythology? I love the Gone series by Michael Grant. That's a fantastic series. It's incredibly dark, though. It's not for the faint of heart. Mm-hmm. I read a lot of comic books. What are you? What are book series you like?
We're very opposite. Like, I like a lot of self-help and, things that are more poetic, like Brianna Wiest, if you guys heard of her. Great writing. Yeah,
and I'm just over here like, so who's the main character?
No,
and you're like,
you.
The main character is me.
The main character is you, the reader.
I'm like, I don't want to be in the story. My life's boring. Is there such a thing as a rap god? No, rap was not a thing back then. Closest they had... What?
It would be in your modern
Actually,
day.
Yeah, god.
The rap god?
Yo, I'm a rap god.
Eminem would still challenge him.
Oh, hell yeah. No, Kanye would say, I am the rap god. There, that's your rap god. It's Kanye. Because he's already claiming he is. Do you play Dark Souls? No, I never really got into the Dark Souls because it's just this intentionally insanely hard game. That's literally one of the things it's prided on. It's like, hey, this game's insanely hard. The only game like that I ever played and really loved was Cuphead. Like that intentionally difficult game. But with Cuphead, you die and you immediately just start the boss fight again and keep going. With Dark Souls, when you die, you like lose all your shit.
Oh, that's annoying.
I don't like that. Hey, why is Zeus in court? Because he wants to Zeus someone.
That made me smile.
You did it. You got her to smile. Choose Thor or Loki. I think Loki's more fun. She thinks Thor's more daddy. So, there you go. Different answer for each of us. Which gods changed the most when they switched from Greek to Roman? Ooh, that's hard. A lot of the minor gods changed a lot. Like, Hypnos was just a god of sleep and helping people get to sleep. But in Roman mythology, Hypnos would punish you for sleeping on the job.
Oh.
Like, and he'd put you, like, in a coma.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Jeez. That's a good question, Mr. Boo.
The Mythology Guy, what is your real name?
And
Do I reveal?
do your backwards name.
Yeah. My name backwards is Wordna. So let's see if you guys can figure that out. Wordna. Is there a god of wealth? Yes. Kubera in Hindu mythology and Daikokuten in Japanese mythology. And Pluto in Roman mythology.
Okay. Gaming Master Dude says, could you answer this question for me? Did Chaos even actually do anything after creating the primordials?
Nope.
Okay.
That was it.
He had one job.
He was like, I did my thing. Stop bothering me. Can a phoenix turn evil like angels? I think any creature could turn evil. But phoenixes are pretty loyal to Ra, so it probably wouldn't happen. And the Chinese phoenixes are, like, very high-ranking creatures, so actually maybe not. Hey, what did Apollo say when he turned Daphne into a tree? I apologize. We're really loving that version of the pun, aren't we? Apologize. You should apologize for that pun. Oh, come on. What the heckity is wrong with you?
Moving on. Donovan Davis asks, is Ragnarok justified? And do you think Loki being the god of stories in Marvel is onto something?
I think, is Ragnarok justified? It's just the battle to end all battles. I think Ragnarok is overdue. I'm pretty sure, the sun and moon gods in Norse mythology are sick of having to run away from Skoll and Hati every moment of every day. So they're probably just like, oh, take us already. We don't care anymore.
I've been seeing this comment a lot.
I love watching your videos and enjoy all your puns. They're puntastic.
Orc
you,
Slayer
Orc Slayer 1. They are indeed puntastic. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Okay. All right. It has been over an hour and a half, so we're probably going to wrap up soon. Just letting you guys know. What do you think of the new GOG War trailer? Oh, do you mean the new God of War? Is there a brand new one? I did a reaction video to the first one. If there's a new one, I'll do another reaction video to that one. I'll check it after this stream finishes. Choose Norse or Greek mythology. As I said, I'm always biased towards Greek because it was my first one and I grew up with that one. What about you?
I guess Greek, just because I know it more. Also.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, again, that's one of the reasons I lean towards it. Would you rather be in a Well, I'm never going to finish that question. Suddenly the chat
went crazy.
The chat went insane. You guys didn't see on our end, the chat did this. Like, wow.
Sagel had
I saw the bits of a pun. It was like, hey, why do the Hindu gods like to help people? Because they always like to lend a hand. Or why do they have so many arms? Because they like to lend... I don't know. I didn't see the whole...
Yeah, here it is. From
why are
Sage
they best
LG.
and kindest? Because they could always lend a hand. Nice one, Sage. Oh, it's Sage LG also. That's great. That's great. All right. Always wondered, would Shiva be considered an alcoholic? I don't think so, because Shiva never drank to the point that it was life-damaging.
I mean, maybe you just have a shit tolerance.
Well, the point is, Shiva, I think, is okay. Like, do we consider the Norse gods alcoholics? I'm pretty sure they all drink like motherfuckers, but they're all fine. Like, if Sun Wukong and Loki teamed up, who would you like them to mess with and why?
Hera.
All of the guys from my middle school, how about those motherfuckers?
I want to see them pick on Hera.
You know if they pick on Hera, she's going to punish someone innocent
Oh,
for
that's
it.
true. I just figured they'd be annoying to her.
Yeah. Oh, God. Would you rather be an Olympian or have a... Wait. What was that? I've seen this pop up a few times. Would you rather be an Olympian or have a blueberry gummy? Well... if we're talking lemon gummy, then I'd probably go with the gummy. Blueberry, I'll probably go with Olympian. Maybe that's better. Because when I become a Dionysus, I can have all the grape gummies I want. Hey, how does the Norse god of mischief act in his own time? He's low key. Nice. Oh my god, it's just puns now. Hey, what did Dionysus get kicked out? Because he was Dionysus. The chat has been invaded by puns.
Arkeo, hey, why does everyone hate Medusa? She always objectifies people.
Hi from the UK, love your content. Who wins, Odin or Zeus? Well, thank you, Yasmin. As I said earlier, I think Odin would out-strategy and outwit Zeus. So I think Odin's the winner there. Do you like soup? I do not. Do you?
I do.
Yeah, she does. Coolio. Does Kratos actually exist in Greek mythology? Yes, but he's completely different. I did a video called Fun Fact about Kratos where I go over it. But basically, Kratos is a Titan, is the minor god of power in Greek mythology, son of Pallas and Styx, and he's incredibly loyal to Zeus. So nothing like the Kratos from the games. So yeah, there's your answer about Kratos. Which gods are commonly underestimated by enemies in battle out of any myth? Okay, it's hard to say one is commonly underestimated. Usually the only time someone underestimates a god is when they don't know they're a god.
Yeah.
Like when Dionysus got captured by pirates, they didn't know he was a god, they underestimated him, they regretted it. When, in Hindu mythology, when Vishnu was in the form of Krishna, he did something that pissed off the god Indra, who was ready to take him down, but then when he found out that was actually Vishnu, he's like, oh shit, never mind. Like, so yeah, I wouldn't say underestimate, like...
The Peach Boy!
Yeah, that's true, Peach Boy, but he's not a god again.
God.
He's awesome, but he's not a god. Why aren't skeletons allowed in eating competitions? I don't know, you didn't finish the thing. What's your favorite game? I love Kingdom Hearts 2. What about you?
Favorite game?
You like
I really
Immortals?
like our game. It's fun.
That makes me so happy to hear. Who is the goddess of ghosts in Greek mythology? It's one of Hades' daughters.
Oh.
Yeah. It's either, Macaria or Melanoe, I believe. If Hell and Hades had some tea, who would they talk about since they're just chill people? They probably both talk about, like, Hades. If Hades and Hell were having some tea together, what would they talk about? They probably talk about how weird their families are and how nice it is to just be in the underworld and not deal with that shit. Who is Zeus's favorite child? Athena. That is canonically true, and I did a video joking about that. Daddy, I didn't mean to do anything wrong. Oh, I know you didn't, sweetheart. It's okay. You can go. But the rest of you are in big trouble.
ZF says super cute costumes. I love it.
Ah, yay. Yeah, you did a good job on your makeup.
Yeah, if you didn't know, for the newcomers, Andrew's stripper name is Pumpkin Spice.
Yes.
Yes, and you may call him that.
What are you, pumpkin pie? Hey, how did Poseidon greet the sea monster? Hey, buddy, what's cracking?
Oh.
XX Slayer says, I am Zeus. Well, shit.
Sally Shah says, hey, what did the god do after he created a 24 period of alternating light and darkness? He called it a day. Okay. Thumbs up for you.
I love that one. Can I use that, please? I want to do that in a video.
There.
That one's brilliant. Can I use that in a video?
Gold star, Sahil Shah.
Oh, God. I've never heard that one before. In one video I said, why doesn't Loki shapeshift out of his binding? But there is one book I read where it said the dwarves made it so he couldn't use his power while he's bound. Oh, I did not know that. That's cool. Bruh, you could have been Kratos. Well, I'm glad I wasn't. Strike me down, Zeus. Oh, now you made me say it. I think we're good. We did it. We killed the mythology guy. Was that the goal? They're bottomless. They're on to us.
Oh no, Zodiac Witch said, why were stand-up comedians banned in Greece? Nobody was allowed to get roasted after Icarus. I love that!
Oh, damn!
That was so good.
Daedalus does not appreciate that shit.
That was great.
That was a pretty... Much like Icarus, that was a pretty sick burn. Who would you rather be best friends with, Hercules, Gilgamesh, or Maui? I feel like Maui, if he was your friend, would try to drag you onto his crazy ass shit.
Like Rick?
It's like, hey, we're gonna climb up into this goddess's private genitals. And I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that, Maui. Gilgamesh would take me on a damn quest to find immortality, and I just want to stay home. Hercules, however, did those labors because he had to, not because he wanted to. He wanted a good, regular, enjoyable life, so I think being friends with Heracles works out.
All right, Gary from the Raccoon Federation says, hey, why did Artemis miss her mark? She wasn't aiming directly at it.
I love our audience.
Oh, Lord.
The puns are high quality, damn right.
Tyler Moore. As a Native American myself, I'm curious what your favorite Native American mythology
creature is. That's kind of hard. I know it's commonly known, but I actually do think the Wendigo is a very interesting
Do
creature.
it, Marv. Do it.
I think one of the creatures I do like because I really like weirdness in mythology. I do like the owl witches. I like
That's
how...
so strange.
Exactly. So that's why I like it, you know? Yeah, so for now I'm going to fall back on that. Like, I'm going to say, right now it's the owl witches because I like weird shit. So, yeah. And I love telling people, did you know there are owl witches in this mythology? How many mythologies do you know? Okay, I am very well versed, in my opinion, I'm very well versed in Greek, Egyptian, Norse, Mesoamerican, Aztec, mainly Aztec, a little bit of Mayan, Chinese, Japanese, Hindu, and Celtic. So that's 8 that I know pretty darn well. Then I'm somewhat versed in Native American, Polynesian, Slavic, Filipino, Romanian, and Mesopotamian. And that's all I can think of for now. So I hope that answers your question. Hey, why did God tell Moses to watch his step? He was standing on holy ground. As in there are holes in it.
That triggers my trypophobia. Okay.
Alright. What is up with the card game? Okay, that's going to be the last question. Sound good?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so what is up with the card game? Well, our card game that we're making is a mythology-based competitive card game where you can play characters from different mythologies and have them fight each other. And I showed it to her early on when I met her. I had made the game. I was 4 mythologies in. And she was not a big card person. And what did you think of the game?
I loved it.
She loved it. I was so honored. And you still tell me it's your favorite game? That makes me so happy. It's one of my favorite.
No, I just enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
Because there's so many gods, so many, like, there truly are, like, endless ways to play it because it is a strategy-based game. And so, you know, you could do different strategies with with Zeus and then use a minor god and then use a monster. And then it's just cool because, like, you really... Every game is unique.
It is. And it's so fun when... And what's great is every card has an ability, so even if you give someone an insanely high power level, if you use just the right ability combinations, you can take it out. I remember once she was playing Aztec, and she used Tonatia. And Tonatia gains more power if you have more sacrifices. And she had knocked his power all the way up to like 150. It seemed like nobody could defeat him. But then I used Horus's special ability because he's the god of vengeance. I intentionally got Horus killed, and because he's god of vengeance, whoever kills him dies too. And so Tonatia died too. And she just went, how dare you! How dare you kill my Tonatia?
I worked so hard.
See, if you strategize well, you can defeat someone even if their power gets insanely high.
And just like a current update on the game, we sent out an email if you guys are part of the list So we're almost done with the artwork. Very, very, very close. But of course, there are other elements to the card game. It's not just the artwork, but that's like a major component. So we just finished that. But in the meantime, because we have 5 more months until March, right?
Yeah.
In the meantime, if you sign up for the email list, we're doing a new thing where since there are so many different characters, we're gonna do like a weekly story time, so that you guys can get to know the characters that you'll be playing. So if you sign up for the mailing list, that's what you'll get.
Yeah. And
up until we launch.
Yeah. And so yeah, like the game, we are, of course, before the game officially launches and we start asking you guys to buy it, we are going to post videos of what gameplay is like so that you guys know what you're getting, you know? Like, we want everyone to be happy with what they get. We'll also put a tutorial up online so you guys can learn how to play and everything like that. But I think you guys are going to be really happy with this game when it comes out. We have put so much heart into this game. We were so lucky... Well, I was so lucky that she found so many amazing artists. I was about to say we are lucky to have them, but you found them all. We have so many wonderful artists. You can see the art for the game on our Instagram page. There's some exclusive art pieces on our Discord and on our Patreon page. Yeah. So yeah, like, I really think the game is going to be great. And also in the Discord, there's areas where you can ask about the game or you can make your own suggestions. If there's a character you want in the game, you can suggest them in the Discord page. We have a section for that. And yeah, like, also, if you want to learn more about how our game is played and see some of the cool art that's going to be in it other than what's on Instagram, we also have a website for the game that's also linked in the description here. So, yeah, I think that's what's up with the card game.
Yeah, and last little thing, Enma Senpai asked, can you keep the price low at some point so I can buy the game?
I'm going to keep it as affordable as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I want people to be able to get this game. I know a lot of you guys who follow are kids. And when I was a kid, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! I loved Pokemon. And I want anyone to be able to play. Like, I don't want this to be like a freaking $100 game. We're going to sell in multiple tiers. You could just buy 2 decks if you want. You don't have to get all 7, but there will be an all 7 version for those heavy gamers of you. But yeah, like, I'm really hoping we can get the price to a really affordable point, but we'll have to talk with the distributors about how that'll work.
Yeah.
So that is our goal. So yeah, I guess that's today's Q&A. It was a pain to set up because YouTube's changed a lot of things, and I was you can ask her, I was getting pretty annoyed.
he went full Aries mode.
You guys were all waiting, like waiting for it to start, and I didn't want to let you all down. Okay, I keep seeing this question. Can you say, I'm Hindu, can you say something about Hinduism? Hinduism is freaking awesome. You guys should definitely check it out. And my favorite Hindu god is Kali, the goddess of destruction.
Oh, I was wearing the necklace. No, it's in the bedroom.
Damn.
Never mind.
Yeah, well, she has a Kali necklace. Because one time in Hindu mythology, there was a demon who every time he bled, clones of him would pop out. And they were like, how do we kill someone who every time he bleeds, there's more of him? We can't cut him, we can't bludgeon him. Kali came down, she ate him. And all of his clones. She was like, fuck it. Oh, I guess there's no blood left. I like to think he's still cloning inside of her.
That's funny. That's funny.
So there's something about Hinduism for you. And Hindu is one of the mythologies that'll be in the game. So hope you guys like it. So yeah, that was our discussion. If you have more questions for us that you really want us to get to, you can go to the Discord link and post your questions there, and I'll try to answer them when you can.
I have a question for you,
yeah?
Hindu.
Oh.
So pick one. Would you rather be Kali with like the multiplying
replicating Raktavia?
Yeah. So you'll never go hungry, right?
Yeah.
Or you can still eat normally, but no matter what you eat, you'll always be hungry afterwards. So eternally full or always starving?
Eternally full. It'll be really easy to lose weight.
Aww, I don't have any garlic bread in my food anymore.
Aww, well, I'll just mix it in there and explode. I saw there was one last thing from Nick Oswald saying, just wanted to pop in and say good night.
Aww.
Thank you, Nick, and thanks for that last $2 donation. That's very nice of you. So yeah, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. I'm kidding. Yeah, so that's the end of our Q&A. If you have more questions that you really want us to get to, I recommend just dropping them in the Discord, which is linked underneath. I usually try to get to those. If you want your question to be prioritized immediately in the next stream and you want to go above and beyond, like in supporting us and really help us out, like we have our Patreon linked in the description. We really appreciate your support over there. We prioritize those questions, and we also prioritize video requests from those people. Mm-hmm. And we also post the exclusive artwork from the Discord onto the Patreon.
Oh, Gary from the Raccoon Federation asked, when is the next live coming?
We do these every month. Oh, yeah, one last thing I need to say. I'm sorry there wasn't a live last month, but I got sick, and it threw off the whole schedule for last month.
Yeah.
That was the problem. So I'm sorry it's been a while since the last live. But there will be one every month unless shit happens, basically. Yeah, and, so yeah.
Nicholas, remember me!
Oh, thanks, Nick!
How can we forget you and your epic
trust
tale?
Trust me, we ain't forgetting this. You guys, you're awesome, man. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's everything we have to say. We'll see you guys next time. Happy Halloween. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for all the wonderful support you guys always
Thank
give.
you, guys.
Yeah. All right. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Your fucking face.